Place: Aiken. Time: 1 a.m. on a cold January night. Poverty and cold were constant companions for Uncle Ahmed, the night watchman responsible for guarding the site. But he kept them at bay with cup after cup of black tea brewed over a coal fire to pass the night without worry. Uncle Ahmed's life as the cemetery guard. Uncle Ahmed was a 50-year-old man who had spent his life moving between various laborious jobs, earning meager wages, such as building guard, day laborer, construction worker, and other menial jobs that barely covered his daily bread. This desolate place was his last refuge, a job he had to take due to his old age and inability to physically handle demanding jobs. The strangers. He was guarding a cemetery said to date back to the pharaonic era. A group of high-ranking individuals came daily, but he couldn't determine their identities. Were they government officials, businessmen, or something else? It didn't matter. His job was to guard the cemetery at night after work was done. Night, mountain, strangers, and treasure. The mountain at night near Aiken was eerie and mysterious, filling his mind with many thoughts. There were many tales and truths about people whose lives had changed after finding a treasure. Yes, he dreamed of treasure, just like so many others, and at times felt ashamed of himself. But there they were, the elite, carrying treasures, pharaonic treasures, gold, that mattered more to him than the stones. He spent his nights dreaming of gold, imagining how his life would change if he found it. The cold wind and the dream. A cold breeze blew at his back, an unusually frigid gust that felt like it came straight out of ice. He turned around but saw nothing. He sought refuge in God from Satan and returned to his thoughts. He dreamed of the gold and how it could transform his life, make his 3 daughters and his poor wife happy, secure good marriages for his daughters, and give him the rest he desperately needed. A non-human voice and a booming call. He heard a voice calling him, but it came from behind. Uncle Ahmed, a booming voice called out, though it might have been human, so he gathered his courage and turned around, hoping his eyes were playing tricks on him. What he saw was not human. Standing 3 meters tall with long legs, the figure was sitting behind him, wrapped in a white cotton robe, with a dark, bald head. Uncle Ahmed and the cemetery guard. He reassured himself. Maybe it's just a very tall man. He didn't dare speak, but the figure said, "Don't be afraid of me. I'm the cemetery guard just like you, but I'm here to prevent them from getting the treasure." Uncle Ahmed said nothing, clutching his tea mug, taking a quick sip, and avoiding the fiery eyes fixed on him. The deal between the cemetery guard and the watchman. Gold, the guard said. "That's what you want, isn't it, Uncle Ahmed?" The strange guard stretched out his legs before him. "You are afraid of me? I'm not human. I'm the jinn assigned to guard this place. I swear, I fear humans greatly and worry I can't protect the treasure alone. What do you think of making a deal with me?" Finally, Uncle Ahmed asked, "What do you mean?" The guard shifted in his seat. "I'll give you the gold, and you help me cover the place to mislead them and hide the evidence of the cemetery. If I fail to protect it, I will burn. What do you say?" Accepting the deal, Uncle Ahmed didn't reply, but here his dream was coming true, so why refuse? Was he afraid the jinn would break his promise? He had nothing to lose. He nodded in agreement.